Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed here and welcome to our 5th part of our Let's Play of Steins Gate. Now we shall continue on the conversation that we have with Rintarō and Kurisu, but I refuse. In the end, I'm the one who has to explain. Along the way, I also relate the tale to my heroic deeds, which enraged Hirusha, of course, but I finally tell her everything about the bananas in the phone wave. Kurisu doesn't ask any questions. She's quick to understand as expected of a genius. Fascinating. Let's hear your opinion. I think we can at least throw out completely worthless theories like electromagnetic wavery and teleportation. Oh dear. The lady doth protest too much. Can we run the experiment one more time? I want to see it for myself. Without warning for our approval, Kurisu plucks an untouched banana and sticks it in the microwave, then starts entering the commands on her phone. It's strange. She's still wearing her usual frown, but I can't shake the feeling that she's really enjoying herself. I can't put my finger on why. Call it a hunch, but I mean, she is a scientist. Why shouldn't she enjoy experimenting? Okabe-san, Hashida-san, please watch the bananas. Who are you to give me orders? I am the mad scientist. Holy... Whatever, just keep your eye on the bananas. Okay, she sees a little snappy. Daru and I do as we're told and stare at bananas. Truth be told, we're planning to watch the bananas anyway. After missing it for the first time, we're determined to witness what transpired with our own eyes. 60 seconds has passed. Any changed? Nope. Any second now, the Jedified banana should reappear on the stem. If it only happens once, we can just call it an accident and be done with it. But if it happens twice, then that's proof that something is actually going on. And then Kurisu will have to admit that I, the great Hōōin Kyōma, has invented humanity's first teleporter. I keep staring at the bananas in anticipation. 100 seconds, a few moments after Kurisu's report. Oh. Ah! A jelly band suddenly appears without a sound. Now there are 2 of them on the bunch. They happened faster than the blink of an eye. It appeared. I am at a loss for words. I just witnessed the unthinkable. This phenomenon is clearly teleportation. Or time travel. The microwave timer chimes. Yep. Kurisu peeks into the microwave, stumped. How does it look? 104 seconds, it disappeared. Abruptly, yeah? She's quite flustered. How's that absurd concept that there's no such thing as time travel theories, huh, Kurisu? I don't think that many people could remain calm after witnessing such a phenomenon. So it is the teleporter, but first in human history. Kurisu quickly calms down. She frowns her brow and crosses her arms, tapping her right foot as she mutters to herself. Teleportation, is that even possible? It did move, no matter how unthinkable that may be. Could it be quantum teleportation? No, that only occurs on the quantum level. Don't avert your eyes from the truth. What you've seen with your own eyes is everything. She gives me a sharp look. Her eyes are like a sniper's hard and keen. Did it really teleport? It's dangerous to reason from this conclusion. Well then, genius girl, what do you call this phenomenon? Let's sort this out. Neither the banana bunch nor the frozen chicken teleported, correct? So, maybe there's a size limit for objects that can teleport. But aren't those chicken pieces smaller than bananas? We use the same chicken for each experiment. They come in 12 packs. Mayuri only buys her favourite juicy chicken number 1. That's quite a lot then. What about salt? You experimented with salt too, right? We used a handful of table salt on a plate for one experiment. Nothing happened. Maybe the plate was in the way. Of course we tried it without the plate, but that didn't change anything. Then maybe each individual grain of salt was too small or something. I need a clue. Looks like our genius girl's fighting a hard battle. She starts pacing the room, looking a little annoyed. Anything else? Have you noticed anything else about the phone wave? Not phone wave. Phone wave, no, name subject to change. Forget about that. So, have you noticed anything or not? Kurisu looks at Daru. Looks like she's asking him, not me. Truth, he should know more about the phone wave than I do. He's done all the maintenance on it after all. Oh right. One time, it shot off a huge electrical discharge. What? I don't know anything about that. That's because you weren't around when it happened. Discharge? How much? It was like a fluorescent light lit up the development room. It lasted about 2 seconds, I guess. What were the circumstances? I was adjusting the cell phone attached to it and then hooked it and put my own in. A little bit later, Sparky. When was that? Around noon yesterday, when you went to see Dr. Nakabachi's presentation. Dr. Nakabachi? That's right, I went to see Dr. Nakabachi's conference yesterday. Come to think of it, he stole his time travel theory from John Tida. Maybe the current John Tida is actually Nakabachi. But wait, Daru, didn't you say that Dr. Nakabachi's presentation was cancelled? Yeah, but you went with Miyushi anyway, remember? No, I don't remember that. After all, Nakabachi's presentation wasn't cancelled, the way I remember it. I still don't understand why my memories seem to disagree with everyone else's. That reminds me, I sent you an email back then. Did you get it? An email? That email you showed me at the ATF yesterday. When I nod, Kurisu comes closer. It said someone stabbed me at the presentation, didn't it? Yeah, but for some reason Daru's phone received it a week ago. Huh? Wasn't that one of your stories? If it wasn't, then what would you make the timestamp weird? I always speak the truth. If you don't trust me, I'll show you my sent history. I whip out my phone and call up the history, but it's gone. Not a trace of that mail remains. According to my memory, I think it was about 30 minutes after Dr. Nakabachi's conference. About 10 people, including me, saw Kurisu's body, panicked, and fled Ratikan. That's when I sent that mail. What about looking at Daru's phone and seeing the different fragments of the mail itself? But no matter how many times I check, there's no record of it. It should be there, but it isn't. Just like the banana inside the phone wave. Where did it go? I could have sworn I sent it just before 1 PM. Oh yeah. That's when the discharge phenomenon happened. The show I was watching was about to end. Suddenly a flash of inspiration strikes. Inspiration, Edison would be proud. This isn't something you could accomplish with effort. Basically, I'm a genius. I turned to Daru and Kurisu with a huge grin on my face. I get it. So that's what's happened. What? Oh, this is one of Okabe's usual habits. I don't mind it. Seriously. Silence! I've reached the answer, and the world will tremble. I slapped the top of the phone wave. The disappearance of my mail, the strange timestamp, and the sudden electrical discharge must be related somehow. And? I understand that they're related somehow, but how? It's your job to figure that out, Chris. Hashida, talking to this guy is so tiring. Everyone's like that at first. The trick is not to take him seriously. And you call yourself my right-hand man? Whatever, I'll prove that I'm right. If we can reproduce the electrical discharge phenomenon, it should bring us closer to understanding the timestamp mystery. Dalu, describe the phone wave status when the discharge phenomenon occurred. It was kind of a mess. I connected my phone to the phone wave, and I was testing to see if I could control it with the X68000. I disconnected the phone, plugged into the phone wave, and replaced it with mine. And then I hear the door open in the lounge. I'm home, so hungry. Mayuri comes in carrying a convenient store bag. Looks like she's done with work. Aww. Time to eat some chicken, juicy chicken number 1. Okaline, did you buy the bananas, Okaline? When she enters the development room, her eyes go wide. Ah, we have a guest? Once she notices Kurisu, Mayuri bows her head with her usual smile. I'm Mayushi, nice to meet you. I'm Mikizi. Apparently I'm a lab mem now. Really? That's great. Another girl lab mem. Daru, what were you doing with the X68000? Like I said, I was adjusting the incoming mail settings. I was monitoring the moment it received mail for remote control. That's why I put it on freezing mode for 120 seconds too. I made it so that you can start freezing mode by computer. I tested that out yesterday too. Mayuri. Oh no! Mayuri insert the juicy chicken number 1 into the phone wave. You all want some? I can give you one each. With her usual ditziness, Mayuri puts the chicken inside the microwave. Daru explains what everything on the computer monitor means. Doesn't look that different from using DOS. I enter 120 second hashtag on the keyboard and strike the enter key. The phone wave names as the chain starts up. The juicy chicken starts spinning backwards on the turntable. Kurisu stares hard at the phone wave, as if to not let any anomaly, no matter how slight, escape her notice. So we've reproduced the conditions that existed when the discharge phenomenon occurred, right? How was that again? You there, assistant. Huh? Me? Who else? When did I become your assistant? Just send something to my phone. If we reproduce the conditions correctly, then if she sends something to my phone while it's connected to the phone wave, it should arrive with a timestamp from the past, not the present. But my assistant, Kurisu, just scrolls. I don't even know your email address. What a useless assistant. Don't call me your assistant. Daru, send an email from your phone. Sure, but what? Anything. Just text. Send I thought we agreed to stop saying that. Well, let's compromise and go with Oakley's a perv. You traitor. Kurisu grins and gives Daru a thumbs up. I really don't like this. Oh, no. It sounds like Mayuri has found the results of our latest experiment. They became gel banners. We experimented on them, but they were Miyushi's. No, that's so mean. Such a meanie. Want me to send the mail now? You'll be reimbursed later. By who is Sam, that is? Why me? Jeez. Why do you always have to experiment on Miyushi's food? No, don't tell me you're experimenting on the chicken too. We are. Kai, sending it now. Sending something quick. Mayuri slips past me and steps up to be active phone wave name subject change. Before anyone can react, she grabs the handle. Wait, don't open that! Huh? But it's too late. My. Blue-white lights fill his room, crackling angrily like the heart of a storm. An electrical discharge! A violent sparking sound. I grabbed Mayuri and pull her away from the phone wave. Are we gonna die? Why look at me like that for? We're not gonna die. A thin cloud of smoke fills the room. It smells like something's burning. My eyes are numb from all the flashing light. I try blinking several times to regain my sight. I can hear Kurisu and Daru coughing. Everyone okay? Somehow. That was definitely more than 2 seconds. Mayuri squeezes my upper arm with her slender fingers. Oh, Corinne, what just happened? Oh. My vision gradually returns. Mayuri looks perplexed. Are you okay? No burns or anything? It doesn't hurt anyway, so I think I'm okay. Looks like covering Mayuri was the right choice. I may be an insane mad scientist, but I still risk life and limb for the safety of my comrades. I gently let Mayuri out of my embrace. Phew, well, that was something. I wipe the sweat off my brow. Hey, look at this! Kyusha's voice strained. With my vision finally restored, I take another look around the room. And what I see strikes me speechless. The large table in the center of the room is made of thick solid wood. It can hold about 5 or 6 people without breaking. That's why we placed a phone wave name started to change and the 68,000 on it. The table has been split in 2, as if by a woodcutter's axe. The computer and the other parts connected to the microwave are scattered across the floor, and the microwave itself has broken through the table. It's literally stuck. It's literally stuck in the floor. What the hell? How the hell? Yeah, it's a microwave, but it's not heavy enough to make a hole in the floor. This cannot be caused by electrical discharge. Some other phenomenon. I shake off my surprise. This is no time to be standing with jaw agape. Hōōin Kyōma. Seize a moment. Just as my calculations predicted. First, some maniacal laughter. Next, I try to take up my phone and do the usual, but unfortunately it's still plugged into a phone wave name subject to change. El Sai Kongru. I whisper the words. Words that have no meaning. Words that are used simply because they sound cool. These words have meaning because they have no meaning. After years of repeated use, just speak of them is good enough to calm my heart. So, about Miyushi's chicken. Huh? Mayuri stands up and looks inside the phone wave. It's embedded in the floor, but she somehow manages to pry the door open. Aww. I pat Mayuri's shoulders to cheer her up. Juicy chicken made a noble sacrifice for the progress of science. Let us pray for his happiness in the next life. The chicken doesn't matter right now. We need to determine what happened with the phone wave. That's so mean, Christina-chan. Hey, Kuroni Haruma, do something about this. Miyusha-san learnt my name wrong. More importantly, we need better ventilation. I affix everyone with an overpowering stare. We shall remember that a moment that greatest experiment of the century succeeded and brought humanity a step forward in a new direction. These guys have no right to ruin that with their foolish talk. My heart pounding. I detach my phone from the phone wave. Luckily, it is completely unharmed. I open it, it still works. I bring up my list of received emails. You got a few from Daru. New emails should come at the top. However, my heart beats even faster. They appeared from the bottom. The topmost email isn't the one Daru sent me before the discharge occurred. This impossible phenomenon is exactly what I was hoping for. I look back through my email history, and there, I found it. Yep. Okali's success. I don't know why, but it was a success. The timestamp proves it. I received this email on July the 24th, 5 days ago. This is the exact same thing that happened to my someone stamped Kurosha email. A mail sent on the 29th arrived on the 24th, and just now the truth was revealed to me in a flash of inspiration. It all connects. There's a meaning behind a series of events, and only one true answer. I've discovered the phone wave's true hidden function. This isn't intuition. That's right. This is conviction. Just spit out, what do you think it is? I feel my lips twist into a grin. I meet Kyusha's glare head on. First, let me say one thing. The greatest inventions are created by accident. This we call serendipity. Get on with it? How dare she ruins my speech? Oh well, let's get to the point. The mail was sent to the past. The chicken returned to its frozen state. The plucked banana returns to the bunch. No way. Kurisu seems to get it now, as expected of my genius assistant. Yes, Wei. This is the choice of Steins Gate. The phone wave is a time machine. Time travel for paranoia. Chapter 2, Interpreter Rendezvous. The dawn of a new day. You got mail. Oh my gosh, Shiny Finger sent 5 messages. Mocha here. Are you a student, Obi-kan? Are you on summer break? Mo-kan. What else did you send? Are you a day person or a night person? If you'd rather I email you around a certain time, let me know. I want to reply as soon as you can, but I don't want to be a bother, so let me know, okay? By the way, I don't like talking on the phone, so please don't call me. Bye. So were you messaging me on the phone? I just remembered I didn't tell you my phone number. That's okay, I'm a lot more comfortable communicating by email anyway. What about you? For goodness sakes. Are you still asleep? Rise and shine. Have you talked to a super hacker yet? Oh, I almost like to hear more about John What's-His-Face. I'm super curious. John Teeter. I'm nocturnal, so I usually don't go to sleep until the sun comes up. It's not so bad once you get used to it. Mail me when you wake up. For goodness sakes. Yep, that's my history, alright. Green's perv. Lol. The dawn of a new day. Actually, it's already noon. We didn't sleep at all. Sleep deprivation makes the summer sun seem all brighter. I really don't want to go outside, but I'm fed up with the humidity inside the lab. I chuck a bottle of Dr. P. My stomach protests. Maybe I drank too fast. I'm exhausted. My hands are shaking slightly, and my vision is cloudy. I could pass out if I'm not careful. Maybe I should take a shower. That should stave off exhaustion, if only temporarily. This building has a basic shower room. There's no bath, but it's enough. This lab would be hell without it. Why is the desk intact? Daru is at his computer, his back turned towards me. His right leg is bouncing impotently. The room is mostly silent, save for the electric fans humming and Daru's mouse clicks. Daru doesn't look my way, and he doesn't try to start a conversation. Neither do I. I don't have the energy. Outside is a sunny summer afternoon, but inside the air is stale and empty of life. Yesterday, that shocking experiment convinced me that a phone wave was also a time machine. But Kurisu didn't seem willing to accept the results. She just started screaming. A time machine? A time machine? It can't be. Then she took a mad dash out of the lab. It was like she couldn't get out of here fast enough. And for Mayuri, she was depressed about her chicken and bananas, so she skipped her daily costume sewing and went home. Grudges over food run deep, I guess. Which leaves the lab empty, save for Daru and me. Our enthusiasm shot through the roof when we realized that the phone wave had tremendous hidden potential. We nearly died of experiment after successfully sending an email to the past. So we stayed up all night doing experiments to confirm whether or not the phone wave is indeed a time machine. For the results, however, we went to the supermarket and stocked up on a wide variety of items. We tossed each of them into the phone wave, but everything failed. No change, nothing happened. After the experiment, where the discharge phenomenon occurred, everything warmed up normally, no jellification. Suddenly, we couldn't get anything to happen. We still have no idea why. First, let's review the problems revealed by this last run of experiments. Problem 1. Electrical discharge safety precautions. We removed everything flammable from the development room to reduce risk of fire. We also prepared 2 fire buckets of water just in case. But that's not a fundamental solution. We'll keep an eye out from now on, but if things get dangerous, we should seriously consider relocating our experiments. Mass increase. When the discharge phenomenon occurs, the phone wave suddenly gains mass of unknown reasons. Because of this, microwave broke the table and made a dent in the floor. To deal with this issue, we placed a microwave on the floor. We spread cushions and blankets underneath. This hides a hole in the floor too. It's only a temporary fix though. If we make any more holes, Mr. Braun is quite capable of raising my rent. And that's to say nothing of the calamity it will cause if it falls through the floor. Anyway, we need to find the source of the mass increase, if amateurs like us even can, that is. But the first two problems pale before the third. The last problem is critical. Until we solve it, we can't even really experiment with a phone wave. We're not even sure of the necessary conditions to send email to the past. No matter how many times we tried, we couldn't pin down a single condition. We spent the entire night doing trial and error. We tried over 40 different things, but not once could we reproduce a discharge phenomenon. I had the idea that opening the microwave door was the key, but theory was proven false. There might be something else I'm missing, but for now, we're at an impasse. We started off in high spirits, but grew more and more frustrated as time progressed, which brings us to the present. Honestly, I gave up. That's why I spent the entire morning lazing about like this. Another email. Another one from Shiny Finger. I haven't got a reply yet. Are you still asleep? You sleep too much, Okabe-san. You're leaving like an old man. Well, I guess I'm not one to talk. Anyway, let me know if you have something on the 5100, pretty please. I have nothing. I've been getting way too much of this since yesterday. They're all from Shiny Finger, the woman called Kurisu Morika. I've never used email this often before. Even Mayuri sends me 1 or 2 a day, and she's a teenage girl. Frankly, this is starting to get on my nerves. I saw how far Shiny Finger typed. It should have been enough to tip me off that she was a male demon, but I was careless. It's too much for a pain to reply, so I ignore it. I'll finish off my bottle of Dr. P. My stomach gurgles. I haven't eaten anything since yesterday. I'm so hungry, I don't even feel like showering. I call out to Daru, who's hammering a keyboard. Mayuri! Miyuki's spending money is getting dangerously low. You and Daru need to chip in sometimes. You don't want to get between me and my food. Wait. You eat too much anyway. Okay. Hang on. Oh, right. I've just realised this. You can reply in 2 different ways. Don't get angry. Next time I'll treat you to anything you want to eat. So keep buying more bananas for the sake of other experiments. And okay, okay, I've learned something today. If you have 2 different pieces of text which are underlined, you can reply back in a different way from the other. That's good to hear. Want to go to Sambu for some beef bowl? Nah, too much trouble. Aren't you hungry? Yeah, but... you're such a bum. What is doing on my computer anyway? I'm curious, so I casually peek over his shoulder. There's an image of a futuristic looking facility, but I've never seen before. Ah, this must be the Proton Collider. Richly coloured cords crawl through a gigantic octagonal tunnel, like the interior of a spaceship from a sci-fi movie. Based on the height of the people in the picture, the tunnel looks to be more than 10 meters tall. Incidentally, the people don't look Japanese, they're European. Huh? Those sighs heartily. I don't know if a blank look in his eyes is from sleepiness, exhaustion, or if it's something's just wrong with him. The Large Hadron Collider is sure as... Oh, it's Hadron Collider. Why did I call it Proton Collider, for goodness sakes? What? What did you just say? Large Hadron Collider? Hadron Collider. Is that an incantation? No, a secret technique? Large Hadron Collider, you don't know about it? I grabbed Daru's relaxed shoulders and reined him out. "Oh, what are you doing? Are you conscious?" "Of course, man. What is this large Hadron Collider thingy?" "You know, it's what CERN uses to do experiments. LHC for short. It's seriously recommended. You're lusting for something that's not even a humanoid." "Of course not, but there's something about it that gets me excited, you know. It makes me smile, you know. Don't you feel that?" "Come to think of it, I remembered you said that you found factories and the undersides of highways irresistible or something." "Yeah, same thing." "Where does it end? 2D, 3D, and even inanimate objects?" "Life's too short. I don't want to limit my interests, you know. And yet you'll do anything to avoid things that don't interest you, hypocrite." CERN. That name. I've seen it somewhere, and recently, where was it again? Oh, of course. John Titor. Oh yeah, that guy you mentioned earlier. He's the guy you're going crazy about, isn't he? That one might be an imposter. I was talking about the John Titor who appeared 10 years ago. He appeared 10 years ago? The same guy? I'd hoped that Daru would remember, but no such luck. Anyway, John Titor mentioned CERN. I don't remember all of it, but there's one thing I'm sure of. Titor made a prediction, namely that before the year 2034, CERN will develop a time machine. A time machine? That's a timely topic. But that wasn't just 10 years ago. This new Titor said the same thing. It doesn't matter if it was 10 years ago or 10 seconds ago, that's not the point, Daru. This coincidence could very well be the choice of Steins Gate. Can we trust this Titor guy? It doesn't matter if we trust him or not. Now that we have something in common, a time machine, we should investigate CERN. We've got nothing to lose. Vigor returns to my body. Curiosity truly is the greatest delicacy for a mad scientist like me. Anyway, the phone wave experiment has hit a dead end for now, so it shouldn't matter if I make a little detour for this. Tell me everything you know about CERN. Sure thing. My CERN folder is smoking hot. Daru strikes his keys with renewed passion. He goes to My Pictures folder and opens a folder literally called CERN. CERN is the world's largest particle physics research institution. It's probably called the European Laboratory for Particle Physics, or the European Organization for Nuclear Research. It's close to the border of Switzerland and France on the outskirts of Geneva. It's as famous as the birthplace of the hypertext markup language, or hypertext transfer protocol, and the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web? You mean the internet? Bingo! That thing at the beginning of most URLs. CERN invented that? All I know about CERN is that what I read in Titor's book. I never knew they were that amazing. Most people aren't aware, but there's a Japanese research team working at CERN too. What sort of research does CERN do? Particle physics. Mostly. CERN can do experiments no one else can, because they have the biggest particle accelerators in the world. The low energy anti-proton ring, the proton synchrotron booster, the large electron positional collider, and the big boss is the largest accelerator in the world, the Large Hadron Collider 10. Otaka possesses the ability to anthropomorphize just about anything in the world simply by sticking tan on the end of its name. Daru's powers encompass even particle accelerators. Daru doesn't seem to notice my shock. He just brings up the next image. The LHC is a 27-kilometer long circular tunnel built underneath CERN's headquarters. Its purpose is to smash protons together in the hopes of creating unknown elementary particle reactions. They started experimenting last year. Before they started, there were rumors that the experiments might create mini black holes. Oh no. Those mini black holes will swallow the Earth. The universe is in danger, etc. Mini black holes? I'm pretty sure Tita said his time machine uses mini black holes. Are the things he said about CERN true? What's the possibility of that actually happening? 100% that is. Won't. CERN officially denies it. Let's say a mini black hole was formed, the amount of energy would be so tiny that it would disappear instantly upon formation. It would be impossible for it to swallow the world. But where there's smoke, there's fire. If I remember correctly, Tita confirms that CERN began time machine research in 2001. In 2034, they complete the time machine. Right now it's 2010. If they actually started the research, it would have been 9 years ago. According to their official announcements, they only began experimenting in 2008. They're suspicious. Of course, that's assuming Tita's story is true. Some of Tita's predictions were on the mark, but most weren't. I'm almost perplexed by how everyone around me seems to have forgotten about Tita's 2000 appearance. There's something important in Tita's tale, or at least I want there to be. Excuse me. I take out my phone and put it to my ear. It's me. Don't be surprised. I snuffed out an evil conspiracy. John Tita. CERN. You see I'm going with this? Yeah, that's right. They are likely connected to the organization. Coincidence? Come on. Don't disappoint me. What? Evidence? Well, if you must know. Whispers of my mad scientist intuition. Those thugs are trying to destroy the world, yeah, with many black holes. But what if they were to steal that technology? What then? Of course. What do you think I am? Everything is the choice of Steins Gate. It was Sight Kongu. I put away my phone, then turned to find Daru give me an explicit look. Just who the hell are you fighting with? Daru. I know what we must do. What is it that we must do then, Daru? If that is what you think you are. Okay, so we've got another 20 minutes or so. Don't you what's me? You're supposed to grin like you know exactly what I'm talking about. What kind of super hacker are you? I want him to say something like, well, why the hell not? So, what's in it for me? And then we continue like this, grinning slime the whole time. Me, a week's worth of potato chips. 10 days. You sure are a glutton. The divine makes you hungry, man. Okay, the dive makes you hungry. Deal, get started. You got it, boss. Or something like that. Yep, a real cool conversation. Mayuri again. Just hearing that from Okabe makes me happy. Aww. Good. You always give such half-baked explanations. Try to sound intelligible before you try to sound intelligent. Work with me here. You are a super hacker. Stop saying hacker. At least say hacker. See where I'm going with this? No, not at all. Hack into CERN. Daru stares at me in disbelief. Is that some kind of joke? I know you can do it, Daru. Expose their dastardly deeds and find any hint you can about a time machine. This dastardly deed? You're just imagining that stuff, Okabe. We stand at a crossroads. Will a phone wave become a functional time machine, or will it die as garbage in lab storage? You serious? I'm always serious. I looked Daru straight in the eye as I answer. Looks like that made him understand my position. Daru sweeps the garbage off his desk and sits up straight. I'm not responsible for the consequences, got it? Suddenly Daru is bursting with energy. It's like his earlier lethargy was a lie. Deal, get started. Let's do this. For your payment, I'll deposit a week's supply of potato chips into your Swiss bank account. Daru doesn't respond. He's already deep in concentration. Anyway, I'm gonna sleep, it's all yours. I'll lie down on the sofa and let the chuckling of Daru's keyboard lure me to sleep. Ah, more mail. Faris, hello. Kyōma, when operating in the Mandarin world, you're supposed to be discreet, nya? You don't want them to notice you, remember? Remember, the summoning has taken 2,000 years to prepare? If it fails, everything will be ruined, or I suppose that might make things interesting, yeah? What are you scheming? Is the church still devoted to the fool's errand? Even if they manage to resurrect their Messiah, humanity's faith, is less than 17% of what it was in his time. Mankind doesn't discreet old gods to save them. Are you suggesting that I, the great Hōōin Kyōma, run and hide? You risk my illy cap. I could be part of a wandering world? Nonsense. This town has belonged to chaos for centuries, and it's still forevermore. Yeah, what are you scheming? A refreshing breeze blows in, softly brushing my cheek. Daru is exactly where I left him before I fell asleep. He's sitting in exactly the same position. Not much has changed besides his typing speed. Oh, and now he's muttering to himself. I guess he hasn't had any success at hacking yet. I look around the room. I can't find Mayuri. Maybe she's not coming today. I guess food-related grudges really do run deep. I stand up and stretch. I don't want to bother Daru, so I don't say anything to him. I take a gold Dr. P out of the fridge and quench my thirst. Then I throw myself back down onto the sofa and start browsing at channel on my phone. And what perfect timing. Tida is currently posting in the thread. If Everett's Wheeler model is correct, please look it up to learn more. It seems you're still clinging to preconceived notions of time. Time does not simply run from past to future, but like a car on a one-way street. To be more specific, the laws of causality do not allow contradictions to occur. If the result of an event, the effect is changed, the event itself of course also changes to prevent a paradox. That's why there are so few people who can observe changes in divergence. Divergence being the world's percent difference from the standard. Don't you people have anything to offer besides insults? How about contributing to the discussion, Flamelian scum? If you assume that time doesn't flow in a straight line, then the idea of time travel was much easier to swallow. In such a scenario, a time machine travelling to the past doesn't need to fight against the flow of time. I say Tida's points have merit. By the way, Tida, I'd like to learn more about SERN. What can you tell us about their current activities? No one seems particularly interested in what I said about time not flowing in a single direction. That's proof of your preconceptions are deeply ingrained. Honestly, it bothers me, but you simply accept that as the truth. I'm starting to understand why SERN was able to take over so easily. When a major event causes divergence to a change to a timeline is reconstructed to prevent paradoxes from occurring. For example, let's say that a major change causes a world line to diverge to a new world line, call it world line B. On world line B, I'm afraid to say that channel never existed. As the timeline is reconstructed, all of your memories of reading and posting of that channel will disappear, to be replaced by memories of you doing something else. In other words, by changing the present, you can change the past. I wrote about SERN yesterday. The only thing I can say is that you must not believe their lies. They have already succeeded at creating micro black holes. Hōōin Kyōma. I desire only to quench my intellectual thirst. Unlike you closed-minded fools, I will reserve judgment until after I've heard what Tita has to say, and then I will make contact with Tita and acquire his time machine for myself. The great mad scientist Hōōin Kyōma will have the last socket scouts back. Oh my god, he's just going in. Is this how you reply to a specific person? Thank you for showing me. Reconstruction of a timeline and alteration of people's memories. I think they're essentially the same thing. Why are you so intent to saying they're different? With a few exceptions, nobody can keep their memories across world lines. They are reconstructed along with everything else when divergence changes. What's a road warrior? Anyone home? I'm immersed in a heated internet argument when an unfamiliar voice interrupts me. Hi there! The door opens and a girl peeks inside. I recognise her. It's the girl I met yesterday at a Brawn Tube workshop. Hi, I'm from the Brawn Tube workshop. Well, when our eyes meet, she smiles. The TV you sent in for repairs has been fixed. Mind picking it up? Do's typing gets even faster. Looks like he's in the zone. It would be a bad idea to disturb him with our voices. I nod to the girl and hurry outside. Why did we have to be sneaky? That's what was that girl's name again? I think it's something like Amura or Amor. Oh right, Amani Sazuha. Currently, my genius partner in crime is executing an important mission. I don't want to bother him. What exactly do you guys do? I told you before that learning our secrets could put you and everyone you know in grave danger. You're called the Future Gadget Laboratory, right? How did you know that? I never told you. Wait, are you an organization spy? I raised my guard and sprung into prime mentor stace. Bessushusa just stares blankly. That's what it said in your mailbox. Oh. Oh my god. Why didn't she just say so? Now that you know, there's not you can unknow. I'll give you the short explanation, but you must not tell a soul. Shusa nods firmly. Is it just me or her eyes glimmering? We are a future gadget laboratory, dedicated to defeating the organization that rules the world from the shadows. Wow. Is the evil organization CERN? Yeah, but... Oh, Sorrel's right. Those guys really are well, that says lots, aren't they? She nods to herself for some reason. Uncontemptible. I thought I was the only one who can use words like that in a normal conversation. How would you know we were hacking into CERN? Wow, you're hacking them right now? Me and my big mouth. Just answer my questions. How do you know about our business with CERN? Well, actually, I overheard you this afternoon. If you stand here, you can hear stuff from the window. The window? Come to think of it was open and Daru and I were talking loudly. But can you really hear us from here? I look up to the second floor. The window's still fully open, but I can't hear a thing. I guess Daru's working quietly. I look down. There's an unfamiliar bicycle parked in front of a broom tube workshop. One of those mountain bikes? Its frames is all sparkly. Its tyres mostly clean. It's probably new. It looks pretty fast, but whose is it? I've only been working here for a day, but... Sashusa opens the Chonbu workshop door with a weave smile. I've got a lot more free time than I expected. I've gone out 4 or 5 times today. Figures I reconstituted to the front of the store, see if I couldn't spot any customers. Reconstitute. Now there's a word you don't hear in a casual conversation. I'm pretty sure it means to perform reconnaissance, to scout an area and gather intelligence. Is she some kind of secret agent? I followed Sashusa into the store. So that's when I heard you guys talking from the second floor. I got interested and looked it up online. Now I know all about the rumours about SERN. Damn, we were careless. Looks like we need to close that window when we discuss sensitive matters from now on. But if we do that, the lab will turn into a scorching hell. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Anyway, you must not tell anyone else, or else Men in Black will raid us. Yeah, I understand. I'm actually tight-lipped, so don't worry. Who else? Lukaku. I baked cookies today. I had everyone in my family eat some and got their seal of approval. Would it be okay if I baked you some for your lab friends, Master? Oh, and it would be great if you could teach me some more techniques with Samandere when you have time. P.S. I managed 10 practice swords today. You must depend on me. Remember, all things come to an end. Every meeting parades a party. I can't hide from the organisation forever, and the seal of my arm grows weaker by the day. When I'm gone, you'll have to take care of yourself. Let's just go with the cookies and go from there. Well done. We warmly welcome your refreshments. In fact, can you come cook for us every day if you want? I'll even provide you a maid uniform. You sure you get along with your family? How many family members do you have anyway? Doe keeps insisting that shrine maidens should come in pairs. We're going to ask a question that's outside the box, and not anything about either the swinging swords or the bakery. Good. So Shisho grins and thumbs her chest confidently. All is quiet inside the Brawn Tube workshop. That gigantic TV isn't on. Mr. Brawn's not here either. Where's the manager? He left right after he finished repairing your TV. He probably went to see the chipmunk. He disappears during business hours every now and then. Whenever I ask him where he's going, he always says something like, I'm picking my beloved daughter up from school, or my beloved daughter has a cold, with a huge grin on his face. He dotes on her too much. It probably just annoys her. Anyway, just how irresponsible can you be to neglect work to see your daughter? I believe the daughter comes first in work, man. He used to put a back soon sign on the door whenever he left, but now he has Sashusa to take care of things when he's gone. So, here's fixed TV. Sashusa lightly taps the TV on the counter. He said to charge 1,000 yen. Damn manager, I bet he gave it to us just so that he could charge repair fees. I reluctantly take a bill out of my wallet and hand it to Sashusa. She takes out a receipt. Apparently it was already written out. Thank you for your patronage. Well, just take it away. By myself? Are you joking? Huh? Did you bring it here by yourself? Don't you know it takes 10 times more effort to go upstairs and down? Defying gravity is no easy task, woman. I guess I can't help, but I see. So we're already in the age where women do physical labor. She mutters, her tone pensive. So how sarcastic of her. I don't remember anyone asking for your help, honestly. Getting help from a girl like you would just hurt my pride. Wow. Applause. That was so manly. I might be falling for you. You think you can trick me like that? You're lying, aren't you? What makes you think that? It's one of my powers. Colouring gentleman. This power allows me to see through lies. Liars appear to glow red. They may die. I hope that last part isn't true. You have powers? So she said eyes pop, but then she clears her throat as if to hide her surprise. Are you some kind of Esper? When I'm not, she whispers into my ear. Are there a lot of Espers like you? Of course not, I am special. I thrust my chest out as far as possible to display my majesty. You had me scared for a second there, but still it's amazing that people like you exist. Maybe CERN is the reason there aren't more where I came from. After where she came from? After muttering some nonsense to herself, she finally nods in understanding. By the way, does the ability to see through lies have any combat application at all? If it were me, I'd want perfect accuracy within 1,000 meters, or ultra fast reflexes that let me tear my enemies' limbs off before they can react. What is she talking about? Is she a survival game otaku? No wait, don't tell me. You're an organisation in existence, aren't you? You must be the one they call Miss Golgo. Who hired you? Nobody hired me. What's a Golgo? She's trying to gloss things over with an insistent smile. Her confusion is suspicious. That reminds me. I think I remember her saying something awfully disturbing things when we first met yesterday. Anyway, do you have any other powers? Even if I did, there's no way I'd tell a hitman hired to kill me. I'm not going to kill you. Revealing my powers would be suicide. They are most effective with the elements of surprise. In other words, they're for me to know and you to find out. Meanie. Say what you like. Burning tension runs between us. Our eyes meet, invisible sparks scatter. Oh, shiny finger again. Oh, Okabe-kan, I want you to reply to me already. I've been waiting, you know. Please tell me the super hacker's address when you can. If we don't get cracking, someone else might get to be IBM 5100 first. Yes, it'll be us, thank you. Whoa, not shiny finger, but just us as like laboratory members. And then an email arrives back to break stalemate. I turn my attention away from Suzusa. This ringtone is starting to piss me off. It's most likely from the email demon's shining finger. I could tell without even checking. This is getting ridiculous. She's got some stalker qualities and maybe split personalities. I shouldn't have given her my address. I looked at Suzusa and sees her lying on the counter. She's playing with something in the palm of her hand. It looks like a small metal pen. Anyway, how could she be this lazy on her second day? I love CITs was a lie too, wasn't it? Why the frown? Do you get a death notice? A what? Just wondering. She was just wondering if I got a death notice. How could she say that with a straight face? And what the hell is a death notice anyway? Do those even exist? What I meant to ask was if you got some unpleasant news. You could say that. This girl is hard to get a handle on. I really shouldn't let my guard down around her. There's this woman who's obsessed with finding an IBM 5100. So Shusha leaps up as soon as I speak. An IBM 5100? You know about them? Yeah. I see. So the IBM 5100 legend is famous. Maybe that retro PC is more popular with female otaku than I thought. Yeah, that's it. I heard the urban legend from someone. How much do you know about it? I actually tried looking for the IBM 5100, but in the end, I came to a conclusion that there isn't one in Nakaba. I see, well that's true. You sound like you know something. Well, I do and I don't, I guess. I don't know about it personally, but I happened to hear about it from a knowledgeable acquaintance of mine or something like that. Isn't that a little suspicious? That she knows about a knowledgeable acquaintance of hers. Another insincere smile. I'm starting to think she's not a very good liar. You can tell she's lying whenever she smiles like that. Sure enough, she doesn't offer any other information. She just keeps an insincere smile plastered on her face. Who are you? Shusha falls back down onto the counter with a deep sigh. She looks up at me from that position. I was thinking of giving you a bunch of interesting information in IBM 5100. But when you look at me like that, I don't feel like it's anymore. I'm not even interested in the IBM 5100. I'm more concerned with SERN right now. Solving one of Akiba's mysteries won't topple the organization's regime after all. You don't have a shred of credibility. Damn it. You don't have a shred of credibility. I have no way of knowing if that interesting information of yours is true or not. Wow, that's harsh. Well, I admit I am acting kind of suspicious. I won't tell you, but I'll give you a hint. And that's you'll wreath in agony when you can't figure it out. Truth is, the IBM 5100 has a hidden function. A hidden function? That reminds me. I'm pretty sure that Chantita from 2000 said something like that. I'll search through my memories. If I remember correctly, the IBM 5100 can do something or with a proprietorial programming language. No way! How'd you know? Tell me! I only vaguely remembered, but it looks like I hit the mark. I grin. It's another one of my powers. Leading question. I can read your heart of hearts. What? No fair. For some reason, Shusha covers her face with both her hands. She opens her fingers just enough to peek at me. That's not enough to escape my power. I see everything, Anari Shusa. Resistance is futile. Anyway, the IBM 5100 has a hidden function. It can decipher IBM's proprietorial programming language, which was written before APL and BASIC became widespread. Isn't that surprising? Now remember, John G said the same thing in 2000, and right after that, an IBM engineer officially admitted to the function's existence. Now it's a dead programming language, can only be deciphered with an IBM 5100. The reason Tita travelled to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100 is because he needed that function. Maybe Morika wants to use it too, or maybe not. Shiny Finger doesn't seem like the type who'd know about that sort of function. That's why IBM 5100s are so rare. While talking, Shishita keeps dropping her glance to the mantle pin in her hand. She rolls it around with her fingers. I guess it's a habit of hers. So IBM 5100s are super rare. Maybe if I get one I could sell it for a high price. That could be a good way to raise research funds. Or maybe you can use the IBM 5100 for other purposes with its unique programming functionalities. We first have to deal with CERN. Life in 20... Actually, this is going to be the last thing I'm going to read before I end off the episode here. Life in 2036 is very different from what it is today. Most people live on farms, growing their own food. All forms of commerce and communication are restricted. There's no travel, no internet, no railroad even. Most people never see another town, let alone a city. Science continues to advance, of course, but the vast majority of people do not benefit from that progress. Technology belongs only to those chosen by CERN and the Committee of 300. It's very peaceful, at least on the surface. There's none of the conflict you see in this era. The world in 2036 is governed by CERN. Right, let's see if there's anything about Hōōin Kyōma. No, nothing at all. That's why I skimmed through that. The world in 2036 is governed by CERN. All nations, even America, had disbanded their armies. To put it simply, civilization has returned to an 18th century level of technology and exists under a communist system of government. Except now, that system works flawlessly. Right now, you should be asking yourselves how that is possible. How does a system of government that collapsed in the 20th century exist without any discontent? The answer to that question is the reason why I'm here. Yes, I am a terrorist. There are no others like me who fight against CERN. We think of ourselves as resistance, but there is no denying that our acts are a kind of terrorism. That would make you no better than Tita. If you're willing to face the consequences, then go right ahead. Tita. Question. Did World War III take place as scheduled? Why did you come to this particular time? Did you find an IBM 5100? As I've already explained, my goal in this time is to change the future. I'm posting here to warn you of what's going to happen. Perhaps convergence will render my efforts meaningless, but if even one person pays attention, that's good. World War III. Is that something I said on a different world line? I would like to talk to you in private. Please email me when you have the time. Of course, if anyone would like also to email me, feel free. Serious inquiries only, please. All that I'm getting is hate mail. Oh, so all I've been getting is hate mail. Here's my address once more. Okay, so we're going to leave it off here today, folks, and we're going to pick this up within the next time of Steins Gate. So, hope you enjoyed it as much as I have. Damn, my throat's been annoying today. And we shall see each other in the next time. Have a wonderful day and take care of yourselves.